Welcome to the Guided and United podcast. My name is Kendi Luan, and I'm a success and mindset coach, entrepreneur, mother, wife, and CEO mastermind expert. It is literally my passion and purpose to empower you to step into your 2.0 self and what you are called to do, creating your dream life and business and absolutely loving it all along the way. If you're looking to start your healing journey, step into your true passion-filled purpose, and create your dream life, dropping any and all limiting beliefs holding you back, then you have come to the right place. Think of this as your weekly dose of everything self-development, self-care, and self-love. Leave it to me to provide you with the tools, techniques, strategies, and resources you need to completely drop the poor me limiting belief way of thinking and to transform your mindset to start showing up as your highest version self. Step into the empowered, confident, happy, healed era, and let's make life happen for us. I know we are about to have so much fun together, so thank you so much for pressing play. Now let's get started. If you like what you hear, please don't forget to save, share, like, and follow. Hello, beautiful podcast family, and welcome back to another episode. I'm super excited because today we're going to be talking about really filling your own cup up and what that looks like, what it means, what it does for you, and also what it's doing to you if you're not taking that time to fill your own cup up. So I don't know if you've ever heard of regulating your nervous system and what it actually means, but say you're going through a super hard, difficult moment, you're under a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, your nervous system is basically running on all cylinders. Like it's going crazy in there because there's a lot going on. So it's having to work harder. If you're not then taking time for yourself and taking time to calm it, to regulate it, to get it back working properly and functioning how it should be, then you are just operating from a place of stress and anxiety all the time, pretty much. And I never knew about this or what it was or what it meant and really how detrimental it is to your physical health, your mental health, your life in general, if you're not taking that time for you. I'm also going to be sharing with you a couple little tips and tricks on just different things that you can be doing to help you regulate your nervous system, to bring you back out of that state of stress and anxiety and depression and just bring you back to a place of peace and calm and saying like, hey, I'm okay. I know I will get through this. I'm exactly where I need to be. Everything's going to work out. Everything is working out. And really meaning it when you say that. So think about this. Whenever you have a stressful time or situation going on, something just came up, maybe your car broke down and then you weren't able to make it to work. So your car broke down, that's already a stress in itself. Then you can't make it to work. Now you're worried about what your boss is going to say, not being there on time, all these different things. Then it's like a spiral effect, like the domino effect of just negativity. So throughout the whole rest of your day, you're operating from that place of stress, basically from a scarcity mindset. And that now runs into every single thing you do for the rest of the day. Rather than I know it's so much easier said than done. Some days are harder than others. And some days regulating your nervous system is like malfunction, overdrive. I get it, 100%. But when you take the time out to actually fill your cup up and ask yourself right now, what does that mean? What does filling my cup up mean to me? What does it look like? What does it entail? To me, I know that it means no social media, like just completely getting off social media, unplugging, resetting, and not just aimlessly scrolling. Sometimes I feel like a zombie. When you just are scrolling, and you're already operating from that negative space, it makes you feel so much worse. So that's the first and foremost. I know, okay, if I'm feeling down in the dumps, stay off my phone. I like to get outside, whether it's for a walk, whether it's to just sit and meditate, to listen to the birds, whatever it is. Getting outside has so many proven benefits. Getting sunshine on your skin, just getting some fresh air out of the walls of your house or your office or your work or wherever you're at, and just getting that fresh air, taking a couple deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just, I'm okay. I'm good. I love tapping. Tapping to me is such a game changer, and it literally takes maybe 5 to 15 minutes top. It reduces stress by 40%. Such a simple thing that you could do literally anywhere, anytime, and it's proven to reduce your stress by that much. Game on. I'm like, absolutely. Give it to me. So tapping. I like to sit before I start my tapping session and just do like a meditation prayer where I just sit and literally empty everything out of my mind. I calm my breath, I find my breath, I relax, I just empty all the thoughts out of my mind and just sit there for a couple minutes, for a couple seconds, whatever it looks like to you, and just get in tune with myself, with my emotions, with what I'm feeling. And then I pray. And that's gonna look different to everyone. I always just ask God, like, give me guidance through this, give me the words, give me the strength, give me whatever I need to see, feel, and hear from you right now in this moment. Doing yoga, my ideal little perfect calming down time is doing like a meditation prayer time, doing EFT tapping, and then finishing it off with just a quick yoga session. I feel like this is a full body transformation, literally like mind, body, soul, physical, emotional, mental, all of the things. It's just taking you from such a negative space when you're starting out. And at the end, you're feeling like you just took a big ass breath of fresh air. Like, oh my gosh. It's a relief. Honestly, like it's so needed, especially in today's day and world. Whatever it is, whoever you are, we have a ton of roles in life. We're constantly going, doing. So making sure that you take that time out of every single day to just regulate your nervous system again, to just regroup, re-energize, adjust when needed, get yourself ready for a new day, for the next moment, for the next big thing, because just going high functioning all the time, just going, is not healthy. It's draining, and eventually you will get burnt out. Like it's inevitable. So when you take that time for yourself to just regroup, re-energize, refocus, really just regulate your nervous system all over again, you are then telling your brain at the subconscious and conscious level that it's okay, that we're good, we're operating from a safe space. We're not overwhelmed. We're not anxious. We're not stressed. We're handling things as they need to, coming when they need to come. And just, you're literally reminding yourself that, hey, I'm a human. Yes, I'm going to have overwhelming moments, but it's okay. I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, do what's in my power, and release what's not. Because that's all we can do. I've said this. People used to say this to me. I heard this before whenever I was like, super high anxiety, and I would hear, well, like, just don't stress about it, and I would get pissed. I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't I think about that? Like, just don't stress. That's, yeah, duh, so simple. Now I'm like, okay, like just actually not stressing about it. Whether this looks to you like sitting down and just praying, like pouring it out to God and being like, I need your help. I cannot do this on my own, screaming at the sky, whatever it is, like, please help me. I need you to take this from me. Give me the strength, the peace, the guidance, because I cannot do this on my own. Some days I have moments like that where I'm like, this is way bigger than me. Or if it looks like laying down on your bed and doing like a sound bath meditation to just really let your body go into a place of calmness and surrendering. Whether it's going for a run and literally moving all of that energy out through like a sprinting it out or whatever, it's going to look different not in just every single person, but in every single situation. Some days you might be feeling like, hey, my body's telling me to rest, to chill out. I need to just sit with this, feel this emotion, and just release it. Some days you might be feeling like a can of Coca-Cola with some Mentos in it, and you're like, I need to move my body. I need to do something. I need to get out. I need to burn this energy. Whatever it is, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just listening to your body, doing what you need to do so that you are releasing. Bless it and release it, because holding on to all of that, have you ever heard of muscle memory? If you haven't, it's literally in everything. It's how babies learn to walk, how they say you can't forget how to ride a bike whenever you've learned. That's muscle memory. Your body literally, after doing the same thing over and over, you don't have to think about it. When you're walking in a day-to-day, your brain isn't thinking, left, right, step, pick up your foot, step with the left, step with the right. No, absolutely not. That does not happen because it's now muscle memory at this point. So when you train your brain to calm down, to relax, to release that negative energy, and you do these things like tapping, like meditating, like working out, that's actually releasing that energy, you're now training that muscle memory. So if you're not taking the time out every single day to release that negative energy, that heavy energy, that unwanted emotion and energy, your body is storing it. It is storing it in your body, in your muscles, in your joints, in all over throughout your body, and you're holding on to it. If you're not releasing it, you are holding on to it. So this is so important to know and recognize that if we're not taking the time for ourselves every single day to pour back into our cup, we're literally doing the biggest disservice to ourselves, because we are self-sabotaging essentially at that point. You are not taking that time to fill your cup up, which means you're literally pouring from an empty cup, When you continuously pour and you haven't taken that time to fill your cup back up, guess what? You're pouring from even littler, and it's just diminishing. Your light inside of you, your energy, your strength, your peace is leaving you if you are not taking that time to fill your cup up every single day. So this is this was such a big lesson for me to learn and to honestly grasp the concept of, because for so long I felt like selfish and guilty. Anytime I tried to take that time to fill my cup up, to take that time for me, I was like, oh, I could be doing this. I need to do this. The to-do list of endless things just started coming into my brain. And then instead, I used to hate meditating, because when every single time I tried to meditate, I would get so stressed out. I would try to meditate and it was like the reverse thing was happening. I was trying to empty all the thoughts out of my head, and instead it was like all these just more thoughts were pouring in of what I should be doing, what I needed to do, the big to-do list of things that I haven't done yet. And then it was like that guilt was coming in. I shouldn't be sitting here meditating right now. I should be doing these things because I have so much that I need to be doing. And right now I'm just sitting doing nothing, when in reality, that's exactly what I needed to be doing, was sitting and doing nothing, taking that time for myself so that I can come back firing on all cylinders again. When you don't take that time for yourself and then you try, and whatever it is, whether it's in your marriage, in motherhood, in your job, in your business, whatever it is, if you haven't taken that time out for yourself to fill your cup back up, you are not performing at the A+ level that you could be if you just took some time for yourself. Think about this. If you've ever needed to do something and you just kind of rushed into it, you didn't catch your breath before it, you didn't calm yourself down before it, and you were like, whatever, I just got to do it. And then you do it and it's like you feel so shitty. I know, at least for me, especially whenever I have speaking events, we all get nerves. And I always, no matter how, even if there's one person, I get nervous, an exciting nervous, but it's still a nervous that my body is telling me go back in cave. My heart's beating all fast, my armpits start sweating, I start shivering. And I know at that moment, it's my nervous system telling me okay, what's going on? We're operating at too high of a level right now. We need to calm down. Before my whatever speaking event I have, I sit and meditate. I light my Palo Santo. I say a prayer. I just really take, even if it's 5 minutes, I take that time to just do some deep breaths. Sit there, relax, regroup, and then go into it with a level head, with a calm heart, ready to just kick some ass. I'm like, okay, I got this. Rather than if I didn't take those 5 minutes for myself before I went into that, right away, I'm feeling anxious. And even my talking, I'm talking so much faster and just tripping over my words and all of these things. And you see the difference. I absolutely 100% recognize that difference in myself on days that I do take that time for myself to fill my cup back up, and then opposed to days that, like I just feel like being lazy. I just feel like scrolling social media or watching videos or whatever it is. I feel like I just want to press a switch and restart the day whenever I have moments like that. And every single day, like I said, is not going to be perfect. We're going to have days where we feel a little crappy, a little rough, a little heavy. And it's so important, especially on those days, whether it's like 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, the timing is not as important as making that time to take time for yourself. Whether it's a bath, whether it's a walk, whether like there's so many things. What is it? Like think to yourself, what do you like to do that makes you feel happy and calm and just at peace and relaxed? It doesn't have to be anything, like you don't have to spend any money at all to do this. Tapping is free. I am going to share tapping scripts because you could literally do a tapping script for anything, for feeling stressed, for not feeling good enough, for not knowing what step to take next. Like I have tapping scripts for all of those because those are all things that I struggle with, that I've struggled with, that I went through and I'm like, okay, I don't like this feeling. It feels heavy. It doesn't feel good. I want to bless it and release it. I don't want to hold on to this. It is not mine to hold on to. And you literally release it because we're not holding on. We are not holding on to that negativity. We're not holding on to that heaviness. So just reminding yourself that you got this. You're worthy, taking that time, literally time blocking. Like I said, however long it is, I would definitely shoot for like 5 to 15 minutes starting off. If you don't already, time block it and do it already. If you do already make that time to fill your cup up every single day, then maybe increase it a little bit. Maybe increase it by 5 minutes, by 10 minutes, by 15 minutes. Like just doing that time. If you're a mom, I feel like that to me was hard because I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't have time. But it's not, I don't have time. It's I wasn't making time. So I found out I needed to either get up early in the morning before Monroe wakes up. So I have that time in the morning to myself, that calmness, that peace, that quietness, so that I can ground myself in a place of peace and tranquility and just feeling good right away in the morning. So that way, when Monroe does wake up, I'm feeling like, whoa, I got this. Let's do this. Rather than on the days that I would sleep in and I would wake up with her yelling like, Mom, I right away felt like, oh, shit, like I should have woke up earlier. Now I have to do this. Like I don't have anything ready. I was trying to like get her morning ready and also get my coffee and my morning ready. And that right away just felt so anxious. Like I felt rushed, and I do not like feeling rushed at all. Feeling rushed is anxiety. Like it's not a good feeling. Quickly realized, okay, if I just wake up a couple minutes earlier or an hour earlier, I can have a whole hour to myself in the morning. And if you wake up early, or if you've ever woken up early, you know that like being awake early when the sun is rising, when the birds are chirping, is such a moment of peace. Like it's such a different time of peace than throughout the day, than the evening, because it's almost like the world's still sleeping. Like everything just still feels calm and still. So I really like doing that. I feel like that was super helpful. If you're not a morning person and you're like, okay, I'm having a real hard time waking up in the mornings, that's okay. Set your time then for when your kids go to sleep at night. As soon as they go to sleep, boom, start a timer, however long, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour of not doing anything around your house, not doing any work, not doing anything at all, but pouring into your cup. Maybe you want to take a bath, throw some Epsom salt in it, light a candle, whatever it is that you're wanting to do to feel good. Read a book, go outside and finish watching the sunset. Me and Matt like to do that. After we put Monroe to bed, we right away grab a cup of water and go outside and finish watching the rest of the sunset. Some days it's later and we don't get to see as much as the sunset. Some days it's earlier, we get to watch the sunset. But just dedicating that time is what is important. So remember, it's not so much as how much time you're dedicating, but making the time to dedicate to filling your cup up. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited for you to hear from you and to hear just the goodness that you feel from taking that time to fill your cup up every single day. And let me know what you do. What are your different techniques, practices, things that you like to do for yourself to fill your cup back up? Because it is so important. Self-care is never selfish. It is absolutely necessary so that we can show up the best, so that we can show up as the best version of ourselves, the best mother, the best wife, the best business owner, the best entrepreneur, whatever it is, you're going to show up so much better, operating at such a higher vibe and level when you take that time for yourself. So that is all, my beautiful friend. I'm so excited to hear what you implement into your daily routine and how it helps you. If you don't already follow me on Instagram at @KenzieNoel_, I would love to hear from you. Message me, tell me what you thought of today's episode, tell me what you're going to implement, how it's helping you, all of the things. I'm always looking forward and love to hear from you. You can also follow me on YouTube. It is Kenzie Noel. I'm going to be sharing tapping techniques, some meditations, some just all kinds of good stuff that has helped me so much and has truly transformed my life for the better in so many ways. So that is all. Again, thank you so much for joining me on today's episode. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your week. Take some time for yourself. Make sure you do, and do not feel guilty about it because you deserve it. You are worthy and you are loved. I will see you next week for another episode and talk to you soon. Bye.